What's good, you guys? Like, subscribe, comment, and follow to my YouTube channel, you guys. I am Eric, and I got a video for you guys. It's a heavy, heavy, heavy video, you guys. You guys seen the title, you guys. We gotta talk about it, so let's do it. Okay, you guys. Kainai. Kainai is so prone to change, you guys. We can't change nothing. We can't change nothing because if we change anything, other reserves are gonna follow suit. And there would be positive change in Kainai would mean positive change in Frog Lake, positive change in Hobima, positive change in Saskatchewan. There would be a lot of people that would be happy with change. However, leadership, no, they would not. So you guys got a trifecta of topics today. Right now I want to preach on the BCR that they just passed without our knowledge. My computer's acting pretty fucky today, so I kind of thought I would just do a live with my phone here. So you guys don't mind if the my voice sounds a little bit cracky or if it's doesn't sound right, you know. Um, yeah, you guys, we just got back from we just got back from they just found me by the scene. This is the whole crime scene right here, the tape. I've only, you guys, to be truthful, I've only seen this in the movies. They let us back at the house about 4. Um, well, I just came down, the tape was already busted. They were supposed to phone us and let us know that we can come back down here, but I don't know, you guys. The Blood Tribe Police and myself, we have animosity. Um, That will be another subject we'll speak about on today because I don't know how long my video will be here, but sometimes I can just go on and on and on, especially if it's a live. So that's why I'm glad you guys are jumping in. Um, Lives, I can always do lives better, you know, when it's raw. So um, this is pretty scary, you guys. This is close to home, and I don't see why this had to happen. I don't, you guys. So in my trifecta of a video today or live, I will be speaking on that as well, you guys. I want to talk to you guys about the 16-year-old that got arrested for the murder. If you guys remember, I did a video just a couple months back. I think I was ranting off about chief and council. I was telling them to dish out some money for the youth, eh? Because the youth need to get stuff going, eh? And it's no sense if we're gonna get all this money from the government and we're just gonna not do nothing with it, you know? Because you guys, I don't know if you want to call them elites on the reserve. You know, I want to give them that title. You guys want to give them that kind of discretion. I don't personally, but I'll just use it in the terms, hey. The elite say if they want they want something to happen, it will happen. If they don't want it to happen, it won't happen. And I was asking the reserve to dish out some money so we can open the gym and have some basketball going on for the 16-year-olds, 14-year-olds before we start turning out like Hobima. Guns are starting coming out. Guns, you guys, it's really fucked up, you guys, because let me give you guys an example of the reputation that I carry along with my people around me. We did drugs. We sold drugs, you guys, back in the day. You know, we did a lot of crazy shit, and we were reprimanded for it, you guys. We went to jail. We served lengthy jail terms. Some of us died. Some of us paid the cost just to act like the boss, not be the boss, but act like the boss. And um, like you guys, I'll use myself for an example. You guys, the reputation I carry. It affects a lot of things, you know. I finished the supply chain program, you guys. You guys remember me talking about it past couple of months. Anyways, because of my record and my reputation, I guess no one wants to pick me up for employment. So I'm fine with that, you guys, because you know, like I got X amount of number of people backing me up on, you know, and helping me too. So. I just feel like why should we have to always go through this kind of shit? This doesn't have to happen, you guys. Murder doesn't have to happen. No one has to get killed just because you're bored, just because you had nothing to do that day. You guys, it's not always about drugs. Somebody said that that murder happened out there is because of a feud over drugs. The poor boy's only 16, you guys. Well, the kid that got lost his life. He's about 31, and the boy that's probably gonna lose the rest of his childhood in prison serving that time could have been doing something else rather than hanging around. You know, this place we live around, you guys, it's kind of dangerous. I went off. You guys heard me. I was asking the reserve for help, and I don't know, like the help you guys get, you know, pretty much nothing. So around here, you guys, there's a little bit of I don't want to implicate anybody or say anything negative, but I'm just gonna say this in plain English terms. There's a lot of illegal activity that occurs just in our Moses Lake area, not just my spot, my neighbors, my other neighbors. Not just that, you guys. It's in general all over. Every community in Canada has problems with that kind of shit. The significance of yesterday is we're the biggest reserve, you guys. We're the biggest reserve in Canada. Why did we have to go through that? Why did we have to go and prove the stats? We could go against the grain, you guys. We could beat the odds if we work together. If we work together as a whole. I'm street level. The high elites up there don't know what they don't know what's going on the street level. That's why I do these videos. I let them know how we're doing down here. Because if they act like they're up here, we're fine down here. We're actually happy down here. No, no, this didn't have to happen, you guys. This didn't have to occur. This didn't even need to go down like that, you guys. In fact, you guys, I talked to the kids the other day, and they're asking. I had a basketball inside my. It was in my car, and then we were cleaning it out. I took that basketball out and I threw it on the ground. That kid picked it up. He started bouncing it. Hey, he kind of has some hops. That kid. He started bouncing it around, and I told him, "Geez, you're a pretty good ball player." And He's like, yeah, I like to play ball. I told him, you know what? I told him, don't get yourself in too much trouble, you guys, because I'm working on something, and that's something I'm working on, you guys. I wanted to get the gym open for recreation and start the basketball league, because all the gym is used for is for funerals, and we got the family preservation on the north on in Moses Lake up on the hill. The preservation center is a family center. It has video games, has all that stuff. It's a real beautiful building, you guys. My kids utilize it, and I advise your kids to use it. But there's a lot to do for our youth, and I get that youth preservation centers from like my kids are 10 years and yeah, 10 years and under. I got an 18-year-old, but I'm talking about my younger children. They do stuff, so they go up there. Okay, that's covered, but comes to the 15, 16, 17 year olds, what are they to do? Because they're already looked at as adults. A majority of our people like to play basketball, baseball, hand games, tattooing. There's so much to do, and I know the tattooing's a little odd one, but I'll get back to that one. You guys remember that? So there's so much for our people to do. There's so much for our children to do, and there's so much money that the government gives our reserve. And then when we ask for a little bit to help here, they shun us. They tell us that, oh no, you don't. I get looked at. Oh, ain't you that drug dealer? Ain't you that? I get all that, and I'm used to it, you guys. But yeah, no, if I was that drug dealer, I would probably pay for it myself and not have anything to do with you guys, and not even include you guys, not even ask you guys for nothing. But no, we live to learn. We live to learn. I learned my lesson. I did the crime and I did the time. Let's put it that way, guys. So now that I see our youth going through what I used to go through, I don't like it. I don't like it at all, because when we used to get into trouble, we got into a lot of fucking trouble. But today, you guys, we're living in a day and age that if you get yourself into trouble, it's you guys, it's uncalled for. It's uncalled for. Our children don't need to be going through that, you guys. Bloodshot Police, they were so, like yesterday, you guys, they were so bravado. They were so, well, one of them was, just a straight fucking idiot, and I don't think that, and I don't mean to call him down, or the Bloodshot Police, and, and I'm just saying straight up from the bottom of the heart, you guys are fucking stupid, because yesterday, you guys, what happened could have been prevented. It could have been prevented. 3 days ago, there was an incident involving the same party. And you guys, I don't know if it's my reputation or whatever the fuck it is. The cops just chose not to. They chose not to look into it. They chose not to take the weapon away. And then now they're dealing with a homicide. Am I still talking out of my ass? Am I still bullshitting you? Because if I am, I apologize. I apologize, because when someone loses a life, their family hurts. His mama hurts, his dad hurts. Even though the poor boy that did it didn't die, he still lost his life. He's going to jail. Do you think he's going to have the same support that he has in here and there? And some of you write in the comments, I don't care. Maybe he'll get better treatment in jail. Maybe he'll get help in jail. But my point was, that boy didn't need to go to jail. He didn't need to go to jail, you guys. All he had to do was go play some basketball. Go sweat it off. You guys, this kid came for sandwiches all the time. And I'm going to tell you guys this. It's kind of sad. I felt like that kid hung around here, and a lot of people are talking, saying, "Oh, drug dealers this, drug dealers that." Honestly, you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something right now. Why I think that boy stuck around here in this area. He stuck around here because he got fed. He got fed. One of the boys next door have a medallion like this. Well, it's not. It's not me. It's not. It's not real. Theirs isn't real. Mine's is real. This is diamonds. Anyways, you guys, that poor boy came in the other day, and yeah, these are legit. There's this boy. That boy came in with a chain, a real big iced out, fake it till you make it chain, and he was really happy. He had it. And he had this other kid's jacket on too. The boy that murdered the other kid, the 16-year-old. That's what I'm talking about. He had the necklace on and a jacket, uh, um, True Religion jacket on. The boys let him wear it. He was so proud, you guys. I just kind of felt like heavy in my heart because he came over and he asked if I had a can opener. I had a can opener and he opened a can of beans. He had that chain on. He said, "Oh fuck, homeboy next door asked me if I want to wear it," and he came in. So you guys, he really felt good. He had this jacket on. He felt good because he looked fly. He had a jacket on, and he had that medallion on, and all he came over to do, you guys, was and I fuck you guys like I like to smoke some Mary Jane. I love the Mary Jane, hey, and he asked how about a bud. So I gave him a bud, and I gave him his can of beans that he brought, and I gave it to him. I told him, "Hey Tyler, you should you should go home. You should go to family." He said, "I don't have family. You guys are my family. These guys are my family. You guys feed me." He says, he says, "Eric, I appreciate the help you've been giving, and I really miss your dad because he was really close with my dad. Him and my dad kind of built a bond outside, and he was giving me my condolences because you guys, like, even though this happened, this murder and all that, you guys got, like, my father just passed away, you guys, and everybody knows Big Indian. I want to do a video on him, a special tribute. I haven't had a chance to do that, you guys, and then this happens, this murder happens, this homicide happens. I don't get to, so now I don't get to mourn my father. I gotta think about the poor boy that lost his life, and not to mention the boy that took his life. The boy that took his life, you guys, I'm not mad at him. The boy that lost his life, I'm not mad at him either. They were both good kids. And then I do videos and make awareness about this problem that we got. I'm trying to get a resolution with it, but I can't get a resolution with it because I can't get any support from our leadership. I can't get any support from anybody because of the reputation that I carry. I carry this reputation heavy, and I don't care, you guys. What I care about is people like this kid. I care about like the guy that lost his life. You guys, this was unnecessary. Didn't need to happen. This did not need to occur. This didn't need to go down like this. The reserve needs to start opening their fucking eyes and saying, "Hey, we do have a problem here. We're kind of pinching our pennies." Fucking right, you guys are pinching your pennies. You guys have all this fucking money for all these programs that the government gave you guys. The government gave the reserve that money. So why does the reserve have to act like we're asking for handouts when if it wasn't for us members of Blood Tribe The government wouldn't give them the money, the grants, the funds to do these programs. Now, you guys talk about being transparent and open and listening. That's only to certain people. It's not to everybody. Me, I'm street. I told you guys I'm street. I'm bred from the street. I know what's going on in the street. I know what's happening. And that's fucking bullshit when someone loses their life. Honestly, it's getting cold outside. That poor kid was sleeping outside. You know, my windows were always fogged in my car. I look outside like 5, 6 in the morning because I get up at 7 to go to work. I look outside and the windows are just fogged because I know that kid snuck in my car. And I didn't go out there and beat him up and say, "Hey, what the fuck you doing in my car for, man?" You know, my heart just got heavy because why the fuck is this kid sleeping in the car? You know, like knowing that he's risking me kicking his ass for going into my car. So if that poor boy can exclude that and just go in the car and sit there, go to sleep, lay his head, that tells me something. That tells me that we're fucking lacking. We're lacking on kindness. We're lacking the youth. I keep bringing this up in all my videos, you guys. The reserves are going to turn into Hobima or Muskie Cheese or whatever the fuck you guys call that place. It's happening, you guys, right before our fucking eyes. And all we can do is just watch it. You guys, the reserve focuses so much on other areas, and it's what they call a smoke show. They create a smoke show and a distraction. Like right now, you guys, what's going on with the talk on the reserve is the self-government and how the reserve is creating a smoke show. They put out the annual report, and they gave us an update of what was going on here and there. And they also said there's distribution. Everybody goes quiet. Everybody just stops reading when they see the distribution part. So they're giving us a distribution in December. They already announced it because everyone's talking so heavy on what the reserve should be doing. There's 2 missing children that are still missing. I don't know why Blood Tribe Police said that. They released a report stating those 2 kids were apprehended. They're not. They're still out there. It made me wonder why they actually made a fucking, like a posting and put it on their social media and said, "Oh, well, these kids were found." That's ridiculous, you guys. Look what the reserve is doing. Are you guys trying to hide what's going on because shit's starting to hit the ceiling or the fucking fan? Why must we wait for this to happen? Why must we wait for incidents like this to occur? You guys, the reserve does so much without our knowledge. They make all these moves and they say we entrusted them when we voted for them. When our people voted for you guys, our people voted for one thing. I should have campaigned on it. I didn't. But it was transparency. Transparency. Let's call it deals in the dark. Every time I hear a story, I get information about the reserve and how they're spending the money and what they're doing. Let's call it a deal in the dark. You know, just like our 75-year deal with that crook down south that ripped off the Utah natives, you guys. Indigena Corp. It's like that, you guys. The reserve is too used to doing deals like that. And then the leadership gets the first dibs at shareholding. That's called inside trading. You guys, inside trading is illegal in the States. And I'm not too sure how it goes in Canada, wink, wink. But I'm pretty damn sure it's still the same. Who creates inside trading for wealth? You guys, you guys take your money that you get paid or honorariums or whatever it is, and then you guys invest in these, in like indigenous court, and then you guys get first dibs at what's going on. You know, I found out. I just found out, you guys. I'm not gonna mention any names, but until I find the actual report. But I heard that one of our old council members, that an older chief, is still has big time stock in our not stock yeah, stock. So the money that the reserve has invested in all these programs should be private, public entities that are able to bid on them and get and buy if they want. But they get all this information and then they tell the leadership to invest in it. And then who comes out on top? The leadership, because they got money in there. These are the stuff that our advocates are saying has to stop. I'm not going to go too much into it, you guys, because that's another subject for another day. But I just want to let you guys know that's how inside trading works. Inside trading on the reserve, Kainai, it's happening, you guys. And um, we got some stuff coming up here in the next few days. We got a candlelight vigil for my dad coming up real soon, and I'll let you guys know on that. But there's just so much, you guys, that's going on in my life right now that I took the time to do a live today. I took the time to come out and talk to you guys about what happened yesterday, the videos I uploaded, the videos that I took down, and you guys, like in my video, if you guys seen it last night, I stated that I took off the movies because I wanted to clarify something, and I just didn't want the tribal police to think I was impeding on their investigation, because that's a big fucking insinuation. That's a big insinuation when you say there's a murder that just occurred, and I put it on the video, murder at the neighbors. But I want to clarify that, and I did, you guys. I got that information from the police that came to the door. They said there's a murder next door. Can you guys pack up and go? That's how I knew. I didn't just say, oh well, I think I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna go and say this and say that. That's crazy, you guys. It's ridiculous. So I'm happy to clear that up for you guys, and yeah, just stay tapped in, you guys, with my channel, you guys, because I got a lot. I know a lot of you guys like hearing these, especially when they're live. Um, I'm gonna clarify everything I just speak on just now in these last few minutes, and if I can squeeze in another subject, I'll squeeze it in there, guys, because these are good subjects, you guys. These are good subjects. So, you guys, band council resolution, you guys. That's when the leadership gets together and they pass a bylaw. That's basically what it is. That's basically the gist of it. So, Blood Tribe released. They released. How can I put it? A memorandum or communique. Yeah, they issued something, and well, we weren't aware of it, because we had a meeting for my father, and for the 28th, 29th, and 30th at the Moses Lake gym, and then we got told that we to phone to recreation. We phoned recreation. Some Galena answered and said, "Oh, we don't have funerals there anymore," and just hung up. Rude, just like fucking rude. Hangs up. And I was like, well, what the fuck? I was telling my sisters and my auntie, well, you guys, buck up a little bit, show a little bit of muscle. So they did. And then the lady just started being aggressive with us. So we had to phone people like Winston Bruce, head chief and council. We had to go through the hurdles, the hoops, just to get Norman's service to be held at the Moses Lake Gym, because everybody else hasn't got having theirs, no problem. So the reserve, you guys, they hold ill will towards its members. That's why, my reputation I carry will always be there on the reserve, anyways, you guys. And I don't know what the reserve had their issue with my dad was. Whether they were scared of him or they're thinking that he's the scum of the world, he's Pablo Escobar, or I don't know what they thought of him. But they really treated my daddy bad. They fucking treated him like shit. So we fought for it. We fought real hard, and we went through these guys, chief and council, Winston Bruce, a whole bunch of people. You guys, we went through them, and we got it going for Norm. We got a funeral and a wake service that's gonna happen the way we planned it. So, anyways, you guys, I don't know how to put it in because I'm using my phone. I want to share with you guys the snippet of the conversation I had with the Bruce head guy. He said that he stated that we can't have the funeral there, and we just argued. We fought. We argued back and forth, and yeah, we came out. We prevailed. Norm's gonna have a service there. No worries, you guys. It's gonna be at the gym. So the reason why I want to release this, I want to put the snippet in this video is because you can hear in the video when I argue with the guy. I told the guy that why my father couldn't have a funeral service up there. He said Rumpa, Clarence, Blackwater, and Patrick Blackplum. Of all people, Patrick Blackplum said that there's a BCR that was passed a couple terms ago. That's why I was like thinking Patrick Blackman, he just got in by luck in November. How do you know what happened in the past? So I did get a lot of confused, but I knew that the other council member, Rumpa, was in council last term. So he said that's when the bylaw was passed that all funerals would be centralized and be brought or be put at Gladstone Hall in Laverne. You guys, Laverne's a real Laverne's a Laverne. That's them. Moses Lake Cow, we're nice and we welcome you and we tell you to come in and have a sandwich. Cook your beans, Tyler. In Laverne, you get told to fuck off. You're from Moses Lake. And then they'll have a community meeting and they'll talk about you asking them for help. And they'll laugh about it and say they're the best. That's how we have to define it because that's what it's like. That's how Laverne feels about Moses Lake. That's how they feel about Standoff. But they have their own halls. We have our own halls. If you're from Old Agency, you should be able to have a function at the Old Agency Hall. But if you're from Moses Lake, you should be able to have a service at the hall in Moses Lake. It just doesn't make any sense why they would have funerals put out in Gladstone. It makes zero sense, you guys. So I was really offended by the two counselors because, well, for one, my dad really helped campaign for Rumpa and Patrick's part of the family. I thought off the hop those two would help my father. They didn't. Yeah, so sorry about that. Little technical difficulties, malfunction in the junction. So yeah, you guys, there was a banned council resolution that they said they passed, and because they didn't allow my father there, I said I was gonna go do a petition. I was gonna go out and put on my marching boots and get 200 signatures saying that this ain't right. And we're able to. I don't know if that's the reason why we're able to get it, but all of a sudden the tunes changed, and he was able to have his service there. But you guys, I did clearly in the video state that I want to know the why we couldn't have it. That's all I wanted to know. And just the way they said it, kind of basically just told us to fuck off. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel a type of way about it because that's my father. The reserve should be supporting us. When they give out that money for the funerals, that right there proves we're all the same. We're all equal. You had to give us that money regardless because Norman had to get buried, and the reserve is the community supposed to be one together as whole. But yet, when you guys get a chance to throw the ball or throw a curve, you guys will do it. We just need a fucking home run to send Norm off. That's his game. That was his game, baseball. Just like baseball, throw a pitch, grand slam it out of here. That's what we wanted to do. But instead, we had to deal with the politics. There had to be politics involved when we didn't want it to be. So it's like this, you guys. It's like I feel like I make awareness for this kind of stuff. And everybody gets mad. Everybody gets all upset about it. Because I said something. You shouldn't have said nothing. You should have just left it. I'm not going to leave it, you guys. That kid was only 16 years old. Now he's going to jail for 6 months. He's in Canada, so he's got charged for murder. He's going to do 6 months. And if he gets a good lawyer, he's going to do weekends. No, in reality, he won't do any time. But it does ruin his life. He'll never have a chance at working. He'll never have a chance at driving a truck. He'll never have that chance again. The only chance this kid has left is somebody coming out and say, "Oh well, let's fucking sell some dope. You're a killer. Let's go do some killings." That's all that's on the table now. That's all that's left for him. When all I had to say was, "Let's give the guy a chance." Him and people alike. So this way, when they get the chance to get like you guys, when youth like that get an opportunity at something that makes them feel successful inside or accomplished, that's enough for them to keep saying, "Oh, I think I got a chance in life." Yet we stole it from those kids. This incident, you guys, it didn't happen because of drug dealers. Because I've seen all the comments already. Child police are stupid. You guys should be busting the drug dealers. Like this had nothing to do with drug dealers. This had all to do with the reserve. It's your fault why that kid got murdered. It's your guys' fault why that 16-year-old is now going to jail for probably first-degree murder. The kid's going to jail for first-degree murder. Murk this kid. Murk the other kid because he knew no better. He knew no better. So he decided to take a life. And in doing so, he didn't realize he took his own. And now, am I wrong for bringing that up? Am I wrong for telling you guys that? Am I wrong for making awareness? Yesterday, everybody saw that tape and those cops, all those videos. It wasn't just me that put out videos out there. Other people put videos out there. And I was looking at the comments. They were all drug related. Oh, this kid got caught stealing from this kid and he didn't like it and he shot him. That's not even true, you guys. 100% that's not true. 100% those kids just need something to do. Investments, youth projects, you guys. That kid had a lot of money and like I'm talking like I'm not a lot, but he said he had like 20 grand. He says, and that's a lot for you to do something positive. $20,000, you can do a lot. Now, not the young boy not the young boy, not him. The other guy I'm talking about had all the money. Like a good person on the reserve say, okay, let's help him manage his money. Let's teach him the aspect of saving. Yet we don't have any people like that, you guys. We don't, well, unless we hire Shannon consultant, who I work for. They'll tell you how to spend your money. They'll show you how to invest. You know, they will. They will. How come we can't offer any programs like that for these kids? Why do we have to wait for them to get into shit like that and say, oh, well, no, our kid murdered, he's an addict. They were both addicts. No, they weren't both addicts. They're both fucking lost boys. They were lost. They were trying to find themselves. Yeah, they hang out around here. You know why they hang around here? Because this is this place right here. Everybody comes down. They feel free. They feel free. There's a camp over here by the river over here. I go check it out time to time. There's a group of people there. They just love it. They just love it. They said this. They don't have to deal with the peace officer in Cards and the one who abuses them. He does. They do not have to do that. They don't have to deal with any of that. They just come here and they're good. That's what them boys were doing down here. Had nothing to do with drugs, drug dealers, anything like that. Nothing. Zero. Now when I saw this, I thought right away too. I thought, oh fuck. Drug deal gone bad. I'm gonna lie. Even I thought like that. Because I didn't know what happened. All I woke up to was my house being taped off with this. Being taped off. When I woke up to take a piss. Forgive my French. They were tying this up, and then I looked out the window and I seen the poor boy there. They didn't even offer us any counseling, you guys. Bloodshot Police didn't even offer us any counseling. My kids, when they saw, they didn't even do anything, you guys. And, you know, for them to go and say, you know, treat us treat us bad like that, make my kids wait out in the cold, you know, zero information on what was going on. The reserve is just so stupid, you guys. It should just the reserve. It's time for change, you guys, whether we like it or not. And let me tell you guys this, you guys. Our people, by our people, I mean Kainai. Our people are gonna rise up pretty soon. There's gonna be a petition. There's gonna be a little walkthrough with their signs, their pickets. And they're gonna demand change from you guys because you guys keep promising us change. You promised it in 2020. You promised it in 2024. Now you guys are promising it for probably 2028 already. Wow. The reserve needs to stop fucking around, you guys. Straight up, it has to talk to our people and say that they're gonna do this and do that. Especially if it's involving especially if it's in our interest. If it's in our interest, we need to know. You know, had I known that my dad wasn't allowed in Moses Lake, we would have planned for Gladstone. But I honestly didn't mind at first until I started thinking about it. I was like, no way, man. There's a fucking funeral in Moses Lake right now. Why the fuck should I have my dad's out here if there's one happening there right now? So we were able to figure it out, you guys. We got the funeral going, and I just thought about it. I was like, fuck, you know. I was like, this is bullshit, you guys. This is fucking bullshit. The Reserve needs to do something, you guys. And as for that Moses Lake gym, you guys, they said that for the youth. Let me see if I can find it quick. Um, they said that it's gonna be used for our youth. And I got confused, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I got confused. I fucking thought that there was I thought that there's gonna be 2 seconds. I'm trying to find this thing. I wanna add it on to here. I can't get it right now, you guys, but I want to show it to you. So yeah, you guys, this was crazy. This fucking. They just need to notify us, let us know what's going on, say this is happening. Are you guys good with it so we can vote on it? You know, referendum. But no, they choose to do everything the old-fashioned way. You know, and now that we're starting to get wind of what's going on, they don't like it. We're the bad people that we're the bad people for mentioning it, especially the policy for the funerals. Someone had posted anonymous. It was a girl because it's kind of like girly typing. She's like going off saying that she didn't know what I was talking about. So I put the video on there of the guy Winston Brewstead stating that all funerals are centralized, eh? And I tells her, um, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. And I shot the video to her. And she looked at it. She saw the video. She saw that. Wow, fuck. She seen me recording. Well, you guys, I'm gonna figure out what's going on with my job placement, and I'll see you guys soon. And peace, love, and above from your boy Eric, one half of Esme&Eric's YouTube channel, the podcast 2 Cents or Nonsense from Moses Lake's point of view. Subscribe, follow, like, comment, do whatever you got to do to help your boy's channel grow, you guys. Tell your people about it. Make sure you guys subscribe. They have out this little silver button when you get this certain accomplishment, you guys. Help your boy out. I'm aiming for it. I want it. I'm gonna get it. When I say I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, you guys. Just like this chain. When I couldn't, I was like, I'm gonna get it. Can't afford it, but I'm gonna get it. Just like that, you guys. And I'm gonna get the silver button, and eventually I'm gonna get the gold button, you guys. So subscribe, help me out. I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Peace.